Hey, collective. It's the Pleiadian High Priest, Brandon Curtis at Entpgathering 369 with an Angels and Demons in Your Houses reading. I'm using the Angel Tarot and the Occult Tarot, both by Travis McHenry, and calling in Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael, and all the other amazing guardian angels for my collective to help ground us, ensure the accuracy of the messages, and asking you, oh light ones, King of Wands on the split, along with Ten of Wands, for messages that will help the collective understand what's going on in each of their houses and better balance and work with the angels in each of those houses to better balance the darker energies that might be in those houses. Because as a light worker, as a chosen one, as an earth angel, you know that you are also a shadow walker. You take that light that emanates from you. I almost said imitates or eliminates. Yeah. So as a light worker, as a chosen one, as an earth angel, a lot of people do imitate you, and the darker energies in people and their demons want to eliminate you, and so that's definitely a theme for this reading. I hope this finds you well. Please give us a like, a share, a follow. If you're new to my channel and this reading for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I so love you and appreciate you, and have been enjoying all of my bookings, people who have come to me for twin flame readings, and also just life path readings. I also do, right now, there's a solar cycle special of Aries, so it's all about the self and where you're headed in this new year, especially with some major eclipses coming in. The new moon is coming up. So if you want advice on your current energies and how best to capitalize on those energies moving forward, all the information can be found in the description box. And I thank you in advance for all your donations that have been coming through. I so appreciate you, and always pray on those donations that they're returned to you tenfold. Ten of Cups, first card out in the first house. Divine Warrior confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. First house is Aries, ruled by Mars. So I'm picking up, this is Piscean energy, Ten of Cups. This is ultimate fulfillment. This is my card of community. This is also my card of where emotions generate material wants and feelings of, I need this. I see a really nice, healthy, egoic first house for you, collective, with the Ten of Cups. I'm picking up very giving as well. So you'll take that Mars energy, that action energy, and you're going to be able to give from Ten of Cups to people who come into your life, who affect your first house of the self. This is both you becoming a leader and also a healer, as is expected of you as a light worker, chosen one, as an earth angel. You are truly a divine warrior, confounding the wicked and brings victory and peace to the situation. Aries energy. Mars is the ruler of war and conflict. The age of Aries, which preceded the current age that we're now exiting, the age of Pisces, was all about war. But there's a connection here in your first house to that age of Aries, or the Aryan age, which was all about the self and war, claiming dominion over land and again, Mars energy, it's war. We moved into the age of Pisces, and that's when religion came in to help us with that, the death that came out of the war, and the strife. And, I think all intentions were good, in starting religion, but it itself became a weapon. It itself became an empire. Certainly Catholicism became its own sort of empire. And what they do, I mean, they had the Holy Wars and the Crusades against other religions. So it's like religions which are dying off. We're going to move into the age of Aquarius, where it's going to be astrotheology is the new religion. We're going to learn all of our charts independent of one another, and we're going to start living by moon cycles. We'll start living by the transits and really capitalizing on the energy that is literally beaming down from source through the celestial body energies. That's going to replace all world religions. So that in effect, there is no religion, and there's only one religion, and that's of the world, Aquarius, of the collective. All right, in the second house, we have the star, healing energy, Aquarius energy, hello. Second house is Taurus, ruled by Venus, and it's all about the five senses. And here, the star, Vajraya, clemency and equilibrium, protects against attacks in the courts. There's healing in your second house of the five senses. You are the star collective. And you're also 10 of Cups, Piscean energy. This is Pisces moving into the Aquarius age. And the first house is spirit, so it's cardinal fire, right? Aries energy in your first house. Actually start feeling it in the 3D. You will step into star status. Oh, gotcha. And other people will clearly be able to sense you as giving off this star energy. And you'll become an example of healing, self-healing, and moving into the age of Aquarius. This is about the collective. This is about humanitarianism and philanthropy and giving and sharing knowledge with other people on how to maintain this energy as a light worker. 8 of Wands, Sagittarius energy in the third house. I like this. 8 of Wands is fire energy, but it's spiritual fire here with Sagittarius. 8 of Wands, grandeur, makes one passionate toward God. Yeah, you'll take this 10 of Cups energy, star energy, and you will, in your third house of the mind, Mercury, be able to communicate that. 8 of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius. So we're right on the money here as far as the houses go. 6 of Wands, success, Leo energy, longevity, protects against infirmities in the heart space. In the fourth house, which is the emotional, fourth house, Cancer, ruled by the moon, you got the 6 of Wands, Leo energy. So it's a nice balance of ego within your emotions. And 6 of Wands is somebody who comes into the public's eye and is seen as a success. You're also being seen, your fourth house energy that you're giving off with 6 of Wands is very, very strong, healthy ego that has created a home within you that is very, very strong. You'll communicate this, and then you also embody it. Fifth house energy, 7 of Wands, more Leo energy. So we go from 6 of Wands in the fourth house to 7 of Wands in the fifth house. Liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. Moving from 6 of Wands, card number 28, God who took evil, into 7 of Wands, the expected God, card number 29. Yeah, you expect rewards from all this hard work that you're doing. So fifth house, Leo energy, you have Leo energy. 7 is a number of heaven. It is a lucky number, a very powerful number, a very spiritual number. And there's great liberation in your fifth house of the ego. You're moving into a higher mind and also a spiritual energy within the ego. It's elevating the ego, and you're going to be able to talk about this process. Well, heart, yeah, fourth house energy is Six of Wands. In your fifth house of the masculine ego and also what you entertain, the energies that you entertain, is now in Seven of Wands. It's a high vibing fixed fire. Yeah, you're going to be speaking about your ego, fifth house energy, but it's from a high vibing fire. In your sixth house, Virgo, justice. Card number 18, the invocable God. Justice makes truth known in court, causes innocence to prevail. This is sixth house, Virgo. This is your service to others. This is also about the workplace. Virgo energy for me, sixth house energy is, workplace. It's also about routines. Internal routines that are then reflected in your external environment. That's why Virgos really make for good bosses and office managers, because they have, healthy ones, have a really balanced, here justice card, internal structure and routine that, as above, so below, as within, so without, is then, manifested in their physical 3D. And that's how you give service to others, Earth Angel, with Virgo energy. Reap the rewards, receive what you have to give, because it's balanced, it's fair, and it's ultimately healthy. All right, in your seventh house, Libra energy, it's about relationships. You've got the sun, restoration of life, protection from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. Any open enemies in your seventh house have been illuminated to you. You've got the star and the sun out here with justice, major arcana. Oh my goodness, and I didn't notice. You've got Six of Wands, Seven of Wands, and Eight of Wands. Fourth house, fifth house, third house, respectively. Starting out with the Ten of Cups in your first house. Wow, super powerful. And your open enemies are no longer your enemies. It's like they can't even handle the light that you're giving off, because it's so healing. Sun card for me is healing the inner child. You've done that. And you're actually, with star energy, showing Venusian energy, Taurus energy. So now your friends and your open enemies have seen this healing that's taken place. Eighth house, the house of Scorpio, house of mystery, sex, death, and transformation. Can't make it up. Got the death card. Scorpionic energy. You guys are right on the money. You are so freaking just one with the universe and your angels. It is sick in the best possible way. You can't make this up. This is amazing. I can't wait to see what the darker energies are also working with you. Endings and rebirth influences health and longevity. You are just, boom, you're just so paired up with yourself. I don't know how to describe it other than that. You're right where you need to be. And don't you forget it. You will, but not like in the way in the past where that forgetting took you back through a lesson. You're realizing the places and the loops of lessons. That's what I'm hearing. The lessons that we have to relearn and relearn, it's the same lesson, but it might be slightly different. I see that coming to an end for you. You may need to get rid of some habits. I know I'm still working on my use of smoking tobacco Also with routines in my sixth house. I've got Uranus in my sixth house. So I've always been really flexible, and I explore different ways and different diets and just a lot that affects my body, my thoughts, and my emotions in my sixth house, my routines. Uranus in the sixth house is somebody who isn't afraid to try unconventional, innovative, new ways of working sixth house energy. Any sort of routines or lessons that you feel that you're relearning, or some maybe vices that are affecting sixth house and justice card, and also any sort of rebirth or healing here with the restoration of life. I see a lot of you making choices of putting an end to certain things that are not bringing you the gains that it once did. So maybe some of you will become more conservative or practical in your eighth house of sex, death, and transformation. All right, ninth house. Four of Cups, healing capacity, protection from weapons, safety and travel. This is the last of the personal houses. Sagittarius energy. Here, it's Cancerian energy. And I'm not surprised that safety and travel appears in the ninth house, because that's Sagittarius energy. This is about travel. You might be a world travel. You might be picking up and moving on, especially after and away from open enemies, and also maybe friend groups here with the death card in the seventh house. Going away and traveling to a healing place. Maybe some of you need a vacation. I'm hearing ayahuasca retreat. I've had 14 of those. And every single time I work with grandmother ayahuasca, great healing comes of it. Exponential healing. Because you encounter an ego death. You willingly, consciously, safely enter an ego death process when you are in an ayahuasca ceremony. All right, ninth house, 10th house, first collective house, 10 of Wands. 11th house, 4 of Swords, and 7 of Swords in the 12th house. High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. 10 of Wands, spiritual communication influences religious men, teachers, and men of law. And the public is seeing you as this 10 of Wands Sagittarius, being very proud at humiliating. You're walking with great humility. And that is spiritually shaming those enemies in your 7th house who came up against you, or those doubters of your healing capacity in your 9th house. You're now communicating to the public all of your spiritual knowledge that has come to you through all of this amazing energy in your first 9 houses. This could be an actual court case where you're going to step in and speak and communicate spiritual laws that's going to influence the laws of man. In your 11th house, Aquarius, this is the collective conscious and unconscious. This is the internet. This is friends groups. 4 of Swords, Libra energy, mission, protects against slander and impious people. 7 of Swords in your 12th house of endings. I see your hidden enemies being defeated with Seven of Swords. Knowledge of good and evil appeases divine anger, cures epilepsy. You in your 12th house are now seeing clearly with your own Seven of Swords energy who your hidden enemies were. Card number 66. Knowledge of good and evil appeases divine anger, cures epilepsy. Can I get some demons for each of the houses, and we'll call it a reading. Overall, your angels want to congratulate you. And High Priestess on the bottom of the deck, card number 44. Success, protection from magistrates. There's going to be, we got the Star, clemency and equilibrium, protects against attacks in the courts. Out here, Justice card, makes truth known in court, causes innocence to prevail. And now, the spiritual communication in the public eye of men of law. And the High Priestess, protection from magistrates. Some of you will have a court case, literally. And, a lot of readers are talking about this because we're feeling this and we're channeling the same energy. And especially for chosen ones and light workers, talked about in, I'm sure several books. Maybe it's Matthew. It's in the New Testament. Maybe in Book of Revelation, that there will come a time where you need not worry about what you're going to communicate. Ten of Wands. That's a lot of burdens to worry about what you're going to communicate when you are asked to testify or give your side of the story of how things went down. As a chosen one, as a light worker, you were put into some really dark, nefarious energies around criminals. Seven of Swords in the 12th house, hidden enemies. In your 7th house, open enemies. You're going to be called into a court, and you'll testify exactly what went down, and you need not worry about right now what you're going to say, because God will literally come in, your angels will come in, and they will give you the words in the moment. And this is going to confound, it's going to stun the people in the court, the men of law, and the judges, the magistrates. Because they will know that God is speaking through you. Because your enemies are fallen. And I'm hearing they're being Three of Swords. There you go. In your root, steals treasures from kings, destroys cities and the dignities of men, tells of things past, present, and future. Exactly what I was saying. Causes love between friends and foes. In your 1st house, paired with 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is my community card. And there was a lot of Three of Swords energy in those past relationships that affected your sense of self. Just concentrate on, here, let's find out what your 5 senses should concentrate on. Looking at what occult energy is paired with the Star energy. Temperance, Star and the Temperance. And 6 of Pentacles, 2 came out, so I'm going to take both. Teaches astrology and liberal sciences, reveals hidden treasure, and brings excellent familiar. 6 of Pentacles is the moon in Taurus. Temperance is Sagittarius energy, teaches geometry and liberal sciences, makes great noises, and warms water. So along with the Star energy, all you're to do right now with your 5 senses is get out in nature, remain the earth angel that you are, shine your light, and not worry about these hidden enemies. Is 3 of Swords and 10 of Cups in your 1st house. Shine the light and be generous. Give gratitude both to your angels and also to people. You need not fear new relationships. 3rd house energy, paired with the 8 of Wands. From the occult tarot, please. What's in the 3rd house of my collective? 3rd house. Justice and 2 of Cups. Come on. Tell how the angels fell, reveals the past, present, and future, teaches the liberal sciences, causes the love of women to men and of men to women. In paired with the 8 of Wands. Yeah, Mercury in the 3rd house. Mercury in Sagittarius. Then we have Justice card and 2 of Cups, Cancerian energy. 2 of Cups is making friends, and it's exactly what I was saying. So any new friends that are coming your way, you need not worry about. Even if they try to come at you with 7 of Swords energy. you're going to win them over. They're going to see how powerful you are, and that you are a Temperance Earth Angel, that you are truly a star, that you are Six of Pentacles. You embody, you exude Six of Pentacles energy. Two of Wands paired with Six of Wands is Eight of Wands. In your fourth house, Two of Wands and Six of Wands, Eight of Wands. Tells of the past and future, can make one intelligent and bold. Yeah, this is telling of fourth house energy, from emotional intelligence that is incredibly powerful and spiritually based with Six and Two of Wands. In your fifth house, paired with Seven of Wands, you've got Seven of Pentacles. 7 and 7, numbers of heaven. Teaches arts, sciences, and rhetoric. Restores lost honors and dignities. Takes honor and dignity from others. I am just really, there's a lot of energy that's flowing through me right now. In your fifth house of the ego, Leo energy, you have two sevens. Seven of Pentacles is Taurus energy. Seven of Wands is Leo energy. And I like this, restoring lost honors and dignities, because let's face it, my Leo fifth housers, low vibing Leos, or when you, Earth Angel, were transmuting all these energies and dealing with your own egoic traps and shit, there was an overcompensation of that ego to place you in with high honor and in places that were, dignified. I'm going back to the courts again. It's like Leo energy that's working through stuff or low vibing. You imagine yourself to be a higher rank than everybody else because it's largely about your ego. It's opposite star energy, which is Aquarius energy, and it's about the collective. It's giving. Low vibing, or a Leo who, like a Leo sun, as opposed to a Leo rising. Leo suns, they tend to be very egoic. Well, first of all, the sun rules over the fifth house. So you're kind of tasked with really dealing and confronting your own egoic nature. I gave an example in another Archangel Michael reading that's coming through again of, the difference between, say, a performer, like a dancer or an actor, whose instrument is their body. It's really difficult to grow that and learn and become a better performer or actor or dancer, because it's not like you're a cellist or a player of a musical instrument who has the instrument outside of themselves, right? So that you can look at the fingering on a cello or a violin, you have a bow, you have the actual instrument, and they're outside of you. But it's much more difficult when the instrument and the player are the same. So that's what I'm picking up with this Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles in the fifth house for you, is you're going to be able to, Earth Angel, you'll be able to teach that difficult place of inner transformation of the ego. Ultimately, you're creating beautiful works of art. It's just the process and the learning is so much more difficult. But I see you being very successful in your fifth house of the ego. In your sixth house, Virgo energy, justice paired with justice, makes truth known in court, causes innocence to prevail. Justice card, sixth house for my collective. Oof. We've got three cards: Strength, Hierophant, and Ten of Pentacles. Virgo energy in the sixth house, understands the tongues of animals, uncovers treasures hidden by magicians, reconciles friends and enemies. Hierophant teaches astrology, the virtues of the stars and the houses of the planets and how to understand them, transforms men with dignities, finds favor with the friends and foes. And Strength card builds towers or destroys stone walls, causes rough waters, finds witches in the sixth house, along with Justice. Wow. This is going to be in the workplace for you, Earth Angel. But you're going to use all that energy, wow, and able to teach other people and help other people and give to other people all the lessons that you've learned from your fifth house. You'll be able to communicate it very, very emotionally with great emotional intelligence in your fourth house and verbally express it from your third house and the solar plexus chakra. All right, seventh house of Libra, where you have the Sun card. Those weren't even High Priestess and the Hanged Man. Woo, woo. That's a Moon and Piscean energy. Hanged Man teaches natural and planetary sciences, lights corpse lights above graves, and moves bodies so the souls may be stolen. High Priestess teaches art and science, knows the secret thoughts of all and can change them, causes love, shows vision of the world in your seventh house along with the Sun. Hanged Man is seeing things from a higher perspective, and a High Priestess is like you're a mass. Not only are you Hanged Man, Piscean energy, and seeing things from a higher perspective or a completely radically new perspective that is accurate, but you are a master of subconscious exploration. And there's a great balance. And through that process of being able to see things from a different perspective at the same time or after going into your subconscious and exploring things through your dreams or your inner emotions, your Piscean water, this is how you restore your own life through the Sun. Hanged Man is being selfless. It's destroying parts of the ego so that you can gain a clear perspective. And then High Priestess, again, is going in and exploring your subconscious emotions and thoughts in the seventh house. And it's like seeing your open enemies and all your relationships from a new perspective, and also after going through a lot of subconscious exploration on your part. You can empathize with people. Eighth house. Paired with the Death card, 8th house, Scorpio, paired with the Death card. Boom, boom, boom. The Empress procures the love of a woman of any age, tells where treasures are hidden, tells of the past, present, and future. There's been a death, sex, death, and transformation in the 8th house into Empress energy. The Empress is the archetype of the mother. And the Emperor is the archetype of the father. So no matter your gender, this death and rebirth, death card in your 8th house, Scorpio, is producing in you the ability to create, give birth. From death, there is life. In your 9th house, paired with the 4 of Cups, you have Queen of Swords. Teaches geometry and measurements, increases one intelligence, can transform a person into a bird, 4 of Cups. Healing capacity, protection from weapons, safety, and travel. 9th house, energy, Queen of Swords. This is higher learning. Sagittarius energy, 9th house, Jupiter, an expansion of the mind, here with the Queen of Swords, and also 4 of Cups, emotional intelligence. All right, 10th house, paired with 10 of Wands, spiritual communication, influences religious men, teachers, and men of law. We get a occult tarot for 10 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles and the Lovers. 5 of Pentacles, Taurus energy, teaches all liberal sciences, gives an account of souls that died in sin. 10th house. And the Lovers, causes women to love men and bring them together in love, can make women barren. Ooh. 10 of Wands, I was talking about how God will speak through you when you influence religious men, teachers, and men of law with this spiritual communication. 5 of Pentacles, teaches all liberal sciences, gives an account of souls that died in sin. When you are tasked with bringing to light what you've been through, where your enemies came for you, and now you're all going to have to convene in some court of law of men. This could be also spiritual court with influencing religious men and teachers. You'll speak from a place of love and a place of self-healing, because you now have the self-love and the love of God and your angels after being in Five of Pentacles energy, being shut out from those groups. This could be a church, it could be a workplace, it could be a family even. Where you had to endure a lot alone and brave the elements on your own. But that being alone taught you how to develop self-love and healing love, healing the mind, to overcome thoughts that the position that you were in Five of Pentacles, was an end, that there was no getting out of it. Some of you even wanted to be in it. You were very obstinate. But enduring that isolation and really coming up against the elements, again, Taurus, five senses, taught you that no matter where you go, there you are. And you're safe. You are always divinely protected. Even in the public eye, 10th house. Even when people were coming against you and slandering you, you were always protected. And you learned that no amount of slander or defamation of character or psychic, spiritual attacks, or even physical attacks against you, causing you to be homeless or losing a job or manipulation by higher matrix, hierophant, I'm hearing, like structures of society that pushed you out. You were always guided, and you fell right into the arms of your angels, your guardian angels. And you, in this process, you learned so much endurance and strength, and also freedom from the matrix that created in you a lot of self-love. And again, the notion, the very real feeling that, and the idea that you're always going to be safe, you're always going to be protected, and you will always have self-respect and self-love that no amount of slander or defamation of character can ever take away from you. Four of Swords, Aquarius energy, star energy, paired with the Four of Swords, Seven of Swords. I'm going to take that. That's too many. Returns items and punishes thieves, reveals hidden treasures. With the Four of Swords, 7 and 4 is 11. Justice card. So yeah, in the collective house, again, I'm picking up a court of law. All this will be revealed to you, and you're going to do a lot of revealing of what you've been through. And the 12th house of endings, where the 7 of Swords appears again, following the 7 of Swords in the 11th house. Five of Swords and Knight of Swords. So yeah, there's going to be an ending to this mental conflict of Five of Swords energy, of competition, of communication that was deceitful, that was aiming to hurt you, that came swiftly. But this is bully energy. Five of Swords and Knight of Swords, that's bully energy, and that's coming to an end. So you got 5 of Swords, Knight of Swords, and 7 of Swords. Builds high towers, castles, and cities, afflicts men for many days with wounds full of rotten maggots, 5 of Swords. Knight of Swords, destroys and burns all enemies when requested, speaks of the creation of the world, tells of the past and future. That's what was happening to you. That's coming to an end. That's, this is a perfect description of the bully energy that the 7 of Swords was giving out. Your angels brought you knowledge of good and evil with 7 of Swords energy, appeasing divine anger, and cures epilepsy, and all the evil and the divine or the anger that came out of your 7 of Swords energy that your angels showed you were in. Your 12th house is the house of hidden enemies. It's the house of Judas. And here it's represented, Judas is represented with the 5 of Swords and Knight of Swords energy. He's the one who sold Yeshua's whereabouts for 30 silver coins. Told the Roman soldiers where to find him. And we all know what happens after that. This is coming to an end for you. Your hidden enemies have been revealed, and revealed to be the bullies that they are. Bottom of the deck, Judgment in reverse, and the World card in reverse. Your enemies are receiving lots of judgment, Pluto, and karma, Saturn, in the World card. So you just stay in the star energy, 2nd house energy, 6th house energy. Stay grounded. And all will right itself. And really look to the changing energies that are definitely coming your way. And maybe even this call or this communication coming in that's going to call you to a court of law where you're going to have to, it's something, it could be a reporter who contacts you and wants your side of the story. You're going to tell your story. And don't worry about what's going to be said. You're always going to speak from truth. And what you speak will be guided literally in the moment by God and your angels. So again, concentrate on you, concentrate on remaining in the star energy, sun energy. Get out, ground yourself in nature, your temperance energy, 6 of Pentacles energy. Be grateful for this life. And this is going to call in an end to any sort of bully energies that have been sent your way up till now. And I really feel this, and this is what other readers are channeling for Lightworkers, is there's this court, there's this justice that's being served after the Libra full moon that is going to be manifested into the world in this coming eclipse in Taurus. And I think the North Node and South Node, if they're not already, going to be in Aries and Libra. Because we're in the solar cycle of Aries right now. So there's a lot, Earth Angels, there's a lot of first house energy that is being built up, a lot of Mars energy, which has happened. It happens every single year during the solar cycle of Aries. However, this year, it's not going to be utilized in a conflict that is physical or is 5 of Swords or 7 of Swords, which we've seen often here. energy. It's going to be in a court of law. It's Christ returning, the Alpha and the Omega in the book of Revelation. Archangel Michael's sword is not a sword of destruction in a physical way or in an act of war. Yet it is, when you begin to think about that sword coming from the mouth of Christ when he visited John in the book of Revelation, as truth, as delivering judgment on the bottom of the deck, bringing truth. And here in this solar cycle of Taurus, we're going to see it, we're going to feel it, everybody. And a lot of the words and the energies that are generated from that sword, from Christ's mouth, from you, from your mouth, Earth Angel, Star, Justice card. Yeah, it's going to bring a death, but also a birth to religion, religious views, and men and women in courts of law, and to magistrates. This is inevitable, that, you know, what you've endured from your enemies in the next 3 to 6 months are walking out of it and walking clearly in the public eye. 10 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, and the Lovers truly is somebody who has healed from all of the just dark, bully energy that you've endured. All right, I'll leave it here, and hope you received all the messages. Very, very powerful spread. Just continue as you are, and staying in the Lover's energy, Star energy, Temperance energy, seeing things from a higher perspective with the Hangman energy, and know that success will come to you. It's just that the solar cycle and the transits need to play out, but they're you know, shit is going to hit the fan when Mercury goes into retrograde in the sign of Taurus. Venus is in Taurus. Uranus has been in Taurus. Here, let me check out. Mercury is in Taurus, but it's not retrograde. I think it goes retrograde on the 20th of April, or maybe the 21st. Uranus at 17 degrees is in Taurus. Mercury is in Taurus at 12 degrees. That's the degree of Pisces. When it goes into retrograde, all that was hidden in the 12th house, 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Knight of Swords, is going to come to light. People will be able to actually take in all that information through their 5 senses, whereas before it was clouded. That's what's going to happen. And then the sun's going to move into Taurus around the 20th and 21st. I think there's a solar eclipse at the same time. Yeah, prepare. And then eventually the moon will move into Taurus. Venus is no longer in Taurus. It's in Gemini at 2 degrees. Watch out, world, when the sun and the moon and Mercury are in Taurus in the next 30 days. And especially when Mercury goes retrograde. It's like 8 of Wands in the solar plexus. It's just Mercury just sitting there, and is beaming down all this information that was once in the dark to people about what earth angels have gone through. And people will actually be able to feel it and process it, and they will see the truth. And then they will call you into a court of law, possibly, or like I said, a reporter might contact you for your side of the story of what you've been through. This was all planned. It's written in the stars. Chosen one, Earth Angel, Lightworker. Just remain the shining star that you are in lover's energy, and you'll be golden. Yeah, don't sweat what you have to say, because again, it's foretold in the Bible. The words will come to you, and they'll be coming from the divine. All right. Until next reading, this is the Pleiadian High Priest, Brandon Curtis, at Entpgathering 369, signing off and wishing you a beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful day, night, wherever this or whenever this finds you in space-time. Until the next reading, namaste.